Thanks for tuning in to the episode of The Aydin Show, sponsored by our friends at Casa Homes. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Aydin Show. The word Aydin means enlighten. That's exactly our goal. We're here to enlighten you, share knowledge and wisdom, and inspire our youth. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Ahmet Oruç, and today's guest is Orhan. How are you, brother?
Not too bad, brother. And yourself?
Not bad, not bad. What's your last name, Orhan?
Demirbas.
Demirbas, that's right. Okay. Orhan, you're an electrician. We've known each other for a while.
That's correct, yes.
Tell us a little bit about some of the experiences you've had going into electrical. Like, when did it all start for you?
Started straight after high school, which was about 2010.
Okay.
Through myself, I did several trades before I jumped into electrical, and soon after I found myself doing electrical with my younger brother's friend's boss. Father, sorry. So I started off with him.
Yeah.
Worked for about 2 months. I enjoyed the trade. Didn't work out with him, so I looked for other.
How didn't it work out with him? What went wrong?
What went wrong? He didn't have enough work for me.
Okay.
So there was nothing actually that's been said, to turn me off from the work or anything. It's just that he just didn't have enough work left for me. So we cut pathways, went somewhere else.
All right, so you kind of separated.
Yeah.
Look, that happens. That happens a lot with trade and stuff like that. Yeah. So he was your first boss in electrical.
Yes.
So it didn't work out. You were with him how long?
Oh, for about 2-3 months.
2-3 months. Okay. And then what happened?
Well, obviously I didn't have work, so I like the trade.
You didn't have work, so you kicked back on the couch, watch
you could say that.
Watch a bit of movies.
And then obviously that dad didn't like it, the family didn't like it, so they're like, get the hell out of the house, find a job to do or something. So I looked for, one day I went Juma, I met someone else, long story short, met someone at Juma, I asked him for a job, he gave it to me, I worked with him for probably about 2 years, had bad experiences with him as well. There was a lot of bullying, he wasn't paying me on time, which is the normal thing these days.
Did
anyway.
that go on for 2 years? Did it go on for the whole 2 years?
Yeah, that went for 2 years.
Why did you stay for that long?
Oh, because back looking for people weren't employing.
Yeah, I get you. And you were young, and you were
That's
just
right.
like,
I was only young as well.
Yeah, I need this experience. I need this job.
Right. So I had to take it to the chin
for
about 2 years. But after 2 years, I had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. And then what happened?
So I got Fair Work and work safe involved.
No way.
Yeah, I did.
That
I
ugly.
did.
Okay.
He copped it, unfortunately. But, he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, look, if he's going to, bully and treat people with disrespect, I believe some people deserve it. Yeah, you should have a proper way of communicating, talking to your workers, respecting your workers, not getting aggressive and turning it into a toxic environment.
That's right.
Yeah, it's hard enough what we do. Like I've done bricklaying and I went through that. I'm lifting bricks all day. I'm labouring for you, and then on top of that, you get sprayed and sworn at, and it's.
No, it's not nice.
It's not.
It's not. It's really not.
Yeah. So what happened? So after all that ended, you then decided to do something else, or were you still in electrical?
I was still in electrical, but after I left him, obviously had no work for about 2 months.
Yep.
2-3 months. So then I met someone new. He called me one day. Oh, look, are you looking for work? Yes, I am. Took me on board. Worked with him for about another 2 years. Not as bad as the other one, but still had bad experience with him, paying wise.
Yeah.
And
are you still with him?
No.
Okay, so
but I'm still working with his partner.
Okay, so you've left him. You're working with his partner.
Yes.
All right, that makes sense, and that's better now.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, how long have you been doing your apprenticeship for?
5 years.
So does it last that long, or is it just because?
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
and I don't recommend anyone, study and get it done.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like to study in school as well, and I should have taken my career a bit more serious and actually finished my schooling properly, which I didn't, unfortunately. So that's why it's taken me so long.
Man. How old are you?
Yeah. 28.
Okay.
Yeah. So still young, but getting old.
Far out,
Old.
When you said 28 to me, I've known you for since you were a kid.
Yes,
and it just kicked in, and I'm like, wow. If he's 28. Yeah, but
you were about 18, 19 when I.
Exactly. All right, so you've done it 5 years. What went wrong? Why did it go for 5 years?
I didn't study. So the way my trade...
So how does it work? You need to study from the very start?
The way it works, it's... so how it works is you've got to do your schooling for 4 years. And you've got to work for 4 years.
Is that once a week or is that...
Once a week in school.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got to finish all your studies. Like you've got to do them. If you fall back, you won't be able to see your A grade until all your units are complete. It's that simple. And obviously you've got your profiling, this profiling thing that's going on. You've got to do your profiling showing that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
In the trade.
Yeah.
So if your profiling's not up to date, unfortunately you can't go for your license until it is.
Okay.
And they decide that. So that's all done. But now due to this COVID thing going around, I can't see my A grade. So it's on hold. To be honest, I love my trade. I should have taken it much seriouser previously in the past. I haven't. That's my fault.
Brother, look, that happens.
It does.
All right, that happens. Some people throw themselves into work and nothing but work. Some people like the nightlife. Some people like relationships. They go sour. When we're young, we kind of make some wrong decisions, yeah? And it's a good thing. So I look at it as a positive. I look at the years that went past that I've made mistakes and I've done wrong things as something that's taught me how to become better and wiser in the future. So I guess don't go too hard on yourself. Look, with what's happened, if it's 5 years now, how long do you have left?
Till what?
Look, how long do you have left till you finish it now? So to finish the apprenticeship, look, do you have a few months left? You said you've been doing it for 5 years.
Yes. So I've just got a bit of profiling left.
Okay.
And now I'm just waiting for. Well, after the profile, I've got one more unit to do, to be honest. So that's when, after your profiling's up to date, you've got your last unit, which covers all the units you've done. Okay. And then after that, you can see your 8th grade. You apply to do. All right,
so you're close. Well, that's positive. So you're close by.
It is.
Yeah.
Look, one reason why I did take this long is because, look, I had a bit of personal, issues.
Okay.
In my life, which obviously pushed me back in life. I went backwards instead of going forwards, unfortunately.
But you're in your 20s, bro.
In my 20s,
you can do that.
It happens.
You can waste your 20s. It doesn't matter.
It does.
If you waste your 30s, then you're in trouble.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you're 28 years old. You're working hard. You're about to get your license, which is very exciting. Maybe we could work together in the future when you do.
Yep. Inshallah.
Inshallah. So I guess when you get that, what's your plans? What are you thinking of doing? What are you thinking of doing when you get your electrical license?
Now, I've got a lot of experience on the field.
Okay.
So, first thing, I'd open my own business.
Yeah. What do you need for your own business to be an electrician? How much is it going to cost you?
To be honest, look, I've got most of my materials or most of my tools already. I've even got my own van.
That's intelligent, man.
Yeah, so that's all set up for me. All I've got to do is just open up a company and look for builders to work with.
I've been pushing my brother-in-law. He's a chippy. I've been pushing him like, listen, I'm like, you're good. You love your job. He's engaged now. He's going to get married. He's still young. He's like 20, I think he's 22 or 23. So young guy, but he's got his head screwed on. And I'm like, sell your car, get your van and start filling the tools up. Even if you don't start your business, pick up a couple of side jobs, that obviously he, being a chippy, he doesn't need a license for, nothing too big, some small patch ups and fixing and stuff like that until you gain that experience so that you can get out on your own.
That's right.
But it's motivating you. You've got your van there. You got your tools there. I now need to learn this job so that I can get into that van, do my own thing, be my own boss and make my own money.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
So how much are we looking at for an electrician to set up? How much does the van cost you?
Oh, well, it depends what kind of a van you get at the beginning. I spent about 20 grand on my van.
Okay.
Right, and that's with all the shelves and everything.
Yeah.
I spent, my tools probably costed me maybe 7, 8 Gs, 9 Gs.
It's not bad, man. It's not bad.
Yeah,
okay.
That's all my tools.
That's everything. That you don't need anything else?
No, you really don't need anything else.
So you need a van.
I went pretty overboard. Like I've got stuff I don't use, so probably it won't even cost that much.
Okay. All right. But it's there just in case, long term.
Yeah.
So you went and got, you went.
But I didn't buy this all at once. Okay. I bought this throughout my whole apprenticeship.
Yeah. So as you built money, because being an apprentice, you're not making much.
No, you're not making nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you're only on when I was doing my first year, I was only getting paid $250 a week.
Wow.
And that is nothing.
Bro, you invested. You see, that's intelligent. A lot of people would waste their money. You've invested your money in your future, and now it's paid off because everything's sitting there just waiting for you to really get rolling.
That's right. So on my second year, I was earning about $350 a week.
Okay.
I spent about $800 on my tools, and I'm still using those exact same tools today.
Okay.
So throughout the years, I built up my tools.
Yep.
Invested into my van.
So we're looking at a van that could be anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. Anyone that's out there can easily afford it for $5,000 grand.
You can get a nice decent van for about $7,000 to $8,000.
There you go. Okay, and your tools we're looking at $5,000. So all up, realistically, you need about say $15,000, $16,000.
Yep, that's
give or
it.
take. Yeah, give or take.
Give or take about that much.
And you can get there
Start get the ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Now, you also play the saz. Is there any other musical instruments that you've been playing, or you just focus on the saz?
At the moment, I'm just focusing on saz.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. I love it. There's one more I'd love to play.
What is it?
It's called a kanun.
What is that? Why kanun? Isn't that big piano thing?
No, that's an orc.
Oh, that's my favourite. I don't even know what it's called.
Which one?
Recently, that orc that you're talking about.
No, that's the kanun. Yes.
Is that the kanun?
Yes, that's the kanun. Yes,
okay.
Yes, that's correct.
I love it. I've been listening to that for the last 2-3 months, and it's so soothing, man.
It is, of course, it is. And the thing is, there's not much people that play it here. I don't know anyone that plays a kanun in Australia. Like, I haven't seen him or met him. My uncle used to play it.
Okay.
And then he stopped, unfortunately.
Why do you think they stopped? Is it a difficult instrument? Because I look at the way these guys play it on YouTube, and they arch their backs, and it looks like there's this big thing right in front of them, and they've got to have these really long nails and constantly touching something and moving something.
Well, it's
complicated.
That's probably with every instrument.
Yeah.
Every instrument's got its own
goods
difficulty.
And bads. Yeah.
Right? Now, with saz, for example, with any instrument, to be honest, there's a lot of practice involved in it. A lot.
How long have you been playing the saz for?
I've been playing for roughly about 5 years.
Okay.
I could say about 5.5 years.
How did you start?
I started through.
But why did you start? What made you begin?
I liked the instrument. I liked the sound there.
Was there someone around you playing it, or was it just something?
There was. Okay. Yes, there was. And this guy that now is my teacher. That actually teaches me.
We're talking about Genghis, yeah?
We're talking about Genghis.
Genghis is also going to join us on the show soon, inshallah.
Inshallah. One of the selam olsun. So I seen it off him.
Yeah.
And obviously he improved. He's on a different level at the moment.
That's what everyone's telling me.
Yeah, he's on a different level. Because I remember him when he first started.
Yeah.
And probably throughout his first year, this guy, he just transformed it to something
Right, we were all singing songs together, remember?
We were.
In the garage and just chilling out and just, ripping a couple of different songs. And
yeah, but he's got a music ear. He's on a different level. And at the moment, you can see it now. He actually teaches, and he's got so many students.
Yeah,
right?
Genghis has always been smart. I've always seen that in him. And yeah, when he went that pathway, he's like, okay, it's like I want to teach. And now, like you said, he's got so many students. He's booked out.
He's booked out.
I try to reach him. He organises his time when you can speak to him.
That's right.
A minute.
That's right.
And if he's going to be late, he'll message you saying 5 minutes, 10 minutes late, and he'll call you at that time, and he'll only speak to you for about 5-10 minutes, and then he's got another class on.
That's right.
Especially with this whole COVID thing, he's doing a lot of online.
Oh, he's doing a lot of online.
So tell me, at the very start, Genghis kind of inspired you a little bit to get onto the musical instrument. He back then wasn't a teacher.
No, he wasn't. No.
How did you learn it? Who did you go to?
So I went to his teacher. No names.
Okay.
Probably most of the people know who I'm talking about. No names.
Yeah.
So I started with him for about 4 years. I went to him for about 4 years on and off, right? But when I went with him, I wasn't feeling, I wasn't getting motivated to play even more.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, I liked it, but it's not
what I wanted.
Yes, it was.
It was a boring environment.
It's not what I wanted.
There wasn't a conversation involved. It was just like, come in.
No. There was conversations involved, but the things he was teaching me, I didn't like. For example, I'll give you a simple example. When you go to on a get together or a barbecue, you'd pull out the saz. Yeah, you wouldn't want to hear the blues or jazz going off, right? A nice person would want to hear, a nice turku in the background.
Yeah, a Genghis Kurtoğlu song.
That's not Genghis Kurtoğlu, but I don't know, from Mihriban from Musa Eroğlu, for example.
Okay.
Right? Or songs from Genghis Özkan. You'd want to hear those, right? Because it goes with the environment, and people, they sing along, which which you'd like, which people enjoy. So I didn't say that off him. So throughout the years when I was going to him, I got a bit turned off. So I was on and off with him, and then I completely stopped. Until Genghis started his classes.
Okay.
And then that's when Genghis actually opened up his business.
Yeah.
He started off small and he grew big very quick.
Yeah, I see all these videos on YouTube.
Yeah, he grew big very
Genghis
quick.
Temel, yeah.
So I started with him probably about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And within a year and a half, the amount of stuff I've learnt in just a year and a half with him is completely different to what I learnt in 4 years.
Well, what have you learned in that year and a half?
I'll put a simple example. I don't remember one song I used to play when I used to go to this previous guy.
For 4 years, you didn't learn nothing?
If you asked me to play
No
a song,
songs.
I didn't know how to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know how to play the Suns, but playing a song's completely different.
Yeah.
But after I went to Genghis, I've got so many songs in my head that I could just keep playing over and over again.
Amazing.
My repertoire's even bigger.
Yeah.
It's huge to what it was back then, obviously.
What does he do significantly different compared to your old
Now,
instructor?
he knows, right? When you go, he knows that we want to play Saz for one reason. So you can play turkus, right?
Yeah.
So you can sing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because he's seen it, and because he knows all the students that left this previous guy, they left him for one reason. They weren't learning enough. They didn't learn what they wanted to learn, right? But Genghis does the opposite. He teaches you what you want.
Okay.
And what field you want.
Wow.
And that's the way he teaches me. And when you see that, and when you see you're improving, it motivates you. And you just want to play. You want to play even more.
Yeah, our editor Mustafa Kukan also he was on the previous podcast. He also goes and sees him, and he's been playing some tunes, and he's getting much better. And
He's
like I see through him, how much he's grown into learning to play an instrument, to play the saz. So it'll be exciting when we have him on here. We might even get him to play a bit of the saz for us.
No, he will. He will.
It's going to be fun.
It would be. It would be.
Yeah.
So I've been playing for a year and a half with him, and I'll tell you, I enjoy it.
Okay.
It's something different. I'm actually back into the saz, and I just want to play it even more now. So when I get my free time, I'll put a couple of hours into it.
Is it soothing? Does it relax you?
It does. It does.
So after a hard day at work, you'll throw
you bring the saz out, play for probably about 40, 45 minutes, depending on how much time you've got, obviously.
Okay.
And that's enough to just, relax yourself.
Wow.
Let those emotions out.
I can imagine that right in front of a fireplace.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's awesome, bro. Look, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Anytime,
I appreciate it. To all our viewers, please subscribe on YouTube, The Aydin Show, and follow us on Facebook. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.